OptimEyes Developer is a machine vision or computer vision toolkit that you can use to develop machine vision solutions without needing to write code. This video will briefly introduce the 7 main components of OptimEyes Developer and give you a big picture understanding of what you can do with it and where to go for next steps. The first main component of OptimEyes Developer is the main OptimEyes application. The application provides the environment within which everything operates, along with a few basic features such as displaying images and manually working with ROIs or regions of interest of various types, including rectangles, lines, points, freehand shapes, and more. The second main component is where most of the functionality lives, and that's the tools. OptimEyes Developer includes more than 30 tools, each of which performs a certain type of operation that's useful for creating machine vision solutions. For example, we have 2 tools for image acquisition. One works with industrial cameras, including those manufactured by Bomber, as well as others that support the Gig-E standard. The other image acquisition tool works with a wide variety of image sources, including everything from $15 webcams to high-end webcams, to video files, to RTSP or real-time streaming protocol video streams, which can be accessed in real time from around the world via the Internet. We have an ML tool that can run TensorFlow machine learning models to perform such functions as object detection and image classification. Our blob analysis tool can find and analyze the contents of shapes in images. The Edge Finder tool can find the places along a line where an image goes from light to dark or dark to light with sub-pixel accuracy. We have a filter tool to apply filters, also known as convolution kernels, to images to perform operations such as sharpening, edge enhancement, and so on. We also have an OCR tool that uses Google's Tesseract library to read text in images. And our Serial I/O tool can be used to communicate with and control external hardware using either your computer's serial ports or other devices, such as USB devices that appear as serial ports to the operating system. Tools are implemented as separate DLLs which are loaded by listing them in the main application's ini file, making the entire system completely modular. As you'll see later, this modularity makes the system highly flexible as well as extensible. We'll talk about that more in just a minute. Of all the tools, the most important is the VisualEyes Scripting tool, which is also the third main component of OptimEyes Developer. The scripting tool enables you to record the actions that you take in other tools and arrange them into scripts to automate your machine vision solutions. This enables the creation of complete solutions without requiring you to write any code. Of course, a few of the scripting tool's functions do work in ways that will be familiar to programmers, such as looping controls that are used to repeat processes for multiple images or ROIs, and setting and accessing variables that store numbers and text to pass them between tools. But using these does not require the installation of a programming environment or learning to write Python or C++ or any other code. The fourth main component of OptimEyes Developer is what we call script functions. Script functions are used for exactly what their name suggests, to perform simple functions within scripts, such as loading settings from an ini file, asking the user to select an image folder, and so on. OptimEyes Developer comes with more than 20 script functions. Similarly to tools, script functions are separate DLLs that are loaded by listing them in the ini file. The difference is that script functions don't have their own graphical interface. Instead, they're executed by setting variables to specify their inputs, and then triggering them, after which their outputs can be read from variables that they set. This brings us to the fifth main component of OptimEyes Developer, which is the C++ SDK that you can use to create your own custom tools and script functions. If you need functionality that isn't provided by one of OptimEyes Developer's tools or script functions, both of which I'll refer to as tools going forward, you can create your own using the Visual Studio projects and starter code that we provide. Once you've created a tool, you'll simply add its path to the OptimEyes ini file, and it will be loaded alongside all the tools that we provide. Your tools are first-class citizens in the OptimEyes ecosystem and can be used in all the same ways that our built-in tools are. Plus, you retain full ownership of your tools. You can redistribute them any way you like without any additional licensing fees or royalties. That brings us to the sixth main component of OptimEyes Developer, which is the Redistributables and Runtimes. Your OptimEyes Developer license entitles you to redistribute your machine vision solutions in one of 2 formats. You can distribute any VisualEyes scripts that you create along with the OptimEyes environment, including the main application and any tools or script functions that your script requires. Or you can convert your VisualEyes scripts into another format that we call OptimEyes, and then distribute them with a simplified and more customizable interface that doesn't enable the user to edit your scripts or see the details of any algorithms that you implement in them. Either way, the modularity of our tool system makes it easy to include just the functionality that your solution needs. When you redistribute your solutions, a runtime license will be needed for each computer that it's going to run on. You can either purchase this and set it up for your user, or let them purchase a runtime license for either OptimEyes or OptimEyes directly from Idealized Systems. Either way, the only cost will be for the runtime licenses. You'll never need to pay us any royalties when you distribute your solutions. The final main component of OptimEyes Developer is our API, which enables you, if you're really ambitious, to replace the main OptimEyes application with your own wrapper application. That wouldn't be a project for the faint of heart, but it would be possible if that's really where you want to go. So that should give you a pretty good idea of what OptimEyes Developer is, how its parts fit together, and what you can do with them. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. We look forward to helping you create the machine vision solutions that you need. Thanks for watching.